Yep, I got you. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Bandit Racing League, the Evan Wall Media broadcast of the Bandit Racing League. It's the Mission 4 Nutrition 125 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. See, right now qualifying has just started. We got 4 minutes left in qualifying. We're looking at the driver of the number 11 car right now. It's going to be Bill Harkins going out for his qualifying lap, his first lap of qualifying. So let's go ahead and get our qualifying standings up. Take a look at those. See Tyler Rowland, the first one to put down a lap, and the quickest so far in the 43 car. And a little bit of trouble there for your 11 car on his qualifying lap. Let's go ahead and look at our race preview. Let's see who else we have on track, though. Here's the number 93 car of Alan Castle. But if we look at our race preview, of course, we're at Bristol Motor Speedway here in Bristol, Tennessee, USA. It's a half-mile oval, 4 turns. In the turns, they're banked 26 to 30 degrees. Of course, this is qualifying, so it's going to be 2 laps, 1 mile. It's going to be fixed setup, 1 fast repair. If we go ahead and look at our weather, it's partly cloudy here on this Bristol, Tennessee night, 69 degrees Fahrenheit air temperature, 71 degree Fahrenheit track temperature, 5 mile per hour wind, and almost no humidity. So right now Tyler Rowland sitting in pole position on the board. A couple drivers haven't taken a lap, as you can see. Hull, Foster, and Jackson. All 3 of them haven't taken a lap yet. But we're doing things a little bit different here, Evan Wall Media and the Bandit Racing League. So we're actually live on Facebook and on YouTube right now. First time for that.
I'd just like to thank Bill for paying everybody to stay home tonight.
And as you can see right here, we got the 99 car of Brandon Jackson. So what we're actually going to do is he takes his qualifying laps. We're going to see if we can watch him qualify. So Brandon Jackson putting himself number 2, last week's winner. You saw him there take his qualifying lap around. Let's go ahead and look at our current point standings. Pull that up right as qualifying is ended. Of course, Ricky Hart Jr. on top of the point standings still. Nick Nickerson doing his best to try and close the gap. But neither of these drivers able to make it to this race here at Bristol, so this is going to be a time for some of these guys like Garrett Hall down there in 3rd, Trey Ellis, Brandon Jackson. They're going to be closing the gap for sure. So we got 15 seconds left. You see the 99 in the background parking it. Go ahead and look at our practice results real quick while we can. Tyler Rowland, quickest in practice and quickest in qualifying, followed by Kevin Foster, Robert Mathis, and then Brett Guzik, who will be in the booth with us in just a few minutes. getting ready to grid here right now. So first of all, before we get things started, like I said, broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube now.
It's going
to be a little bit different than normal.
I believe.
And so from now on, if you do want to watch on Facebook or YouTube, either one will be available. Evanwall Media on both.
I'm not paying attention, I guess. Also,
cars are getting ready. Of course, there's the 99 of Brandon Jackson
that may be an issue
that we were looking at before.
Also,
go ahead and hide
we have 2 sets of tires
our qualifying results right now.
So just keeping that in mind, and
but
keep in mind also that your tires.
Yeah, Evanwall Media is going to be on Facebook and YouTube from now on, so you can watch either place you'd like.
Really accident.
So thank you everyone for watching, and I just really appreciate it. If you go ahead and leave a comment down below, anything that you think that I could do better. I'm always willing to hear any sort of constructive criticism, anything like that, anything that you'd like to see, anything that you think I could do better. Let me know, because I would love to hear it. So there you're looking at our front row right now. It's going to be the 43 of Tyler Rowland and the 99 of Brandon Jackson. There's a good view of the whole field right now. We'll go ahead and look at our grid. First place, Tyler Rowland sitting on the pole. Brandon Jackson in second. You saw him make his qualifying lap. Second row, we got Robert Mathis in the 29 and Garrett Hall in the 13. Go back one more row, Kevin Foster and Terry Condis. We got Bill Harkins and Matt Crockett. Willie Evernham, Trey Ellis. And then Alan Castle.
Nope, I'm not doing it.
Sitting in 11th position.
Oh man. See y'all at the Infield Care Center? Tonight, we are here at the good old
Cars are pulling off here at the Mission for Nutrition 125 at Bristol. So I feel like now is a good time to bring up Mission for Nutrition, a non-profit. You can find them at M4N Nonprofit or at m4nnonprofit.wixsite.com.
Actually just got a message, I believe somebody called out that we potentially might be having some technical issues. I think maybe Discord is being viewed in the potential stream right now, so just wanted to let you know, Evan.
Okay, thank you.
Also, if you want to share the screen as well.
Sorry about that. Here we go. Get that fixed. There we go. Sorry for the little technical difficulties. I'm switching over streaming services, so things are a little bit
good luck, everybody.
Little bit different today.
Whoever's behind me, Terry sucks at shifting, so be ready. Trey.
Alright, we should have everything fixed up now, just in time as the pace car pulls off. Tyler Rowland going to lead us to green here at the Mission for Nutrition 125 at Bristol. Brandon Jackson with a huge jump out front. He's going to go ahead and take the lead early from Rowland. See Jackson with a quick lead, a very large gap out front. Tyler Rowland doing everything he can to stay up close behind him. Got a little battle in the back, though. See the 8 car of Kevin Foster leading this little group. Right behind him, the 13 of Garrett Hall. There's Willie Evernham behind him. And a little bit of a gap back to the 11 car of Bill Harkins. Behind him, the 4 of Trey Ellis, 10 of Matt Crockett, then the 32 of Terry Condis and Alan Castle.
Thank you.
But Brandon Jackson still up front, as we already have 5 laps down out of 125.
Yeah, he was our winner last week in Indy. He's looking to keep that momentum going here at Bristol Motor Speedway. I think one thing to take note of tonight is the eventual tire wear of these guys. These guys are going to run somewhere. These guys might even run the whole race on one set of tires, actually. But if we go green here, but one thing to look out tonight is potentially the green flag pit strategy or potential caution here late, and so we'll see who is on what tires at the end of this race.
So as Brandon Jackson leads this race, let's go ahead and get an onboard shot with him so you can see what a lap here around Bristol's like.
As we ride along here, you see the line that he's going to take into turn one. It looks like he's trending around the middle, diamond stack down low, coming off the 2. Enters high into 3, runs right through the middle, it seems like, and cuts down low off the turn. There generally is 2 different lines that you kind of see here. You see this diamond type line that Brandon Jackson's running. Some people will run a little bit higher than that, potentially a car length off the wall. Some people will be right along the bottom. It's all more of just a preference or an aspect of fear of hitting the wall sometimes.
You can see Brandon Jackson and Tyler Rowland, the 99 and the 43. They've both got a fairly large gap now. Back to 3rd, Robert Mathis. You see Willie Evernham just made the pass on Kevin Foster for the 4th spot.
Yeah, we're seeing Kevin Foster drop back here to fifth position. He started in the 4th spot. He might be taking it a little bit easy here early. He might be just trying to save his tires and potentially catch these guys out on pit strategy. So we're already 16 laps into this race. Laps go by really quickly around here. They're running about 15-second lap times around this place.
One thing you'll notice, just like last week, everybody running the military appreciation paint schemes. So big shout out to all of our veterans. And right now you see the 13 of Garrett Hall has made the pass on Kevin Foster as well. Foster now down to 6th position in the number 8 car. Saw the 93 of Alan Castle was down low. I'm not sure if he was in the pits. Now listed as 1 lap down though. Who's not in the pits, must have had some sort of damage or trouble. Be slow down on the bottom.
Gotten out of shape there. These tires do wear very quickly. Might have gotten a little bit out of shape and the car just maybe slapped the wall, maybe got a little bit uncomfortable for him.
Anyway, he's going to be your first car 1 lap down.
So we watch the front 2 here. Brandon Jackson's pulled out to a 1.2 second lead over the 43 of Tyler Rowland. He's stretched it out about half second over him in the past 10 laps. So we got 29 of Robert Mathis in 3rd, about 2.9 seconds behind.
You saw the 10 car of Matt Crockett also go a lap down. He'll be your 2nd car 1 lap down.
Yeah, we'll have to watch here as the leaders catch up to the back of the field here in lap traffic. We got 2 cars running in a row. We got the 11 of Bill Harkins, and then we have the 32 of Terry Condis, the next car ahead of him. Let's see how Brandon Jackson and Tyler Rowland get through these cars. It's 93 of Alan Castle pulls down the inside, lets Brandon Jackson go by. Had the opportunity of watching Brandon Jackson race here multiple times. Very comfortable with this track, especially in the Cup cars. So he should. It's not unexpected to see him up front here today.
Definitely a fast driver from him, and looking to take advantage in the point standings since some of our top drivers are not in this race.
Yeah, certainly. Two of our top drivers in the points, we have Ricky Hart Jr. and Nick Nickerson, have scratched here for tonight. They will be taking a provisional, I believe. So that should allow some of these other guys to get closer in the points.
There'll definitely be a chance for some of these guys like Brandon Jackson and Garrett Hall, who we've seen have some good runs, just not necessarily consistent enough to the level of Nick Nickerson and Ricky Hart Jr., but definitely going to be able to make some ground here at Bristol.
Yeah, we've certainly seen guys like Brandon Jackson, Tyler Rowland make up a lot of ground here late in the season. They're trying to string a few of these good runs together and finish out the season strong with these Bandit Reloaded Racing Series.
Take a high Chris.
Brandon Jackson now has lengthened his lead to about 4.7 seconds over the second place runner, Tyler Rowland.
Yes, sir.
See, now he's
4.8 over Robert Mathis. Looks like Robert Mathis is caught up to the back of Tyler Rowland here. Battle for second. You see Tyler Rowland get into the outside wall. Scuff the outside wall once again. It's allowed 29 of Robert Mathis to get on his rear bumper. Potentially make a move on him. It's allowed him to duck here to the inside. He gets to the inside of Tyler Rowland. So they run side by side through 1 and 2. Rowland gets the run off the top side, using that momentum. Wall tapping once again. It's almost like he's doing that on purpose now.
It's 29 just either not able to get by or deciding he'd rather just ride there in the third spot for now.
Yeah, certainly. I think he's kind of just playing the game, biding his time here with the wearing of the tires. I think Tyler Rowland has used up quite a bit of his tire, and it's allowed Robert Mathis to gain ground on him. As we take a look at the back of the field here, the 8 of Kevin Foster has dropped all the way back to the 8th spot. Not sure what culminated into him falling back so far, but very uncharacteristic of Kevin Foster here early.
As you can see on your screen, Foster now the second car 1 lap down. Very uncharacteristic of him.
It's a combination of Brandon Jackson setting a torrid pace here early, as well as him, Kevin Foster, possibly getting into the wall, possibly just not having a good run of it. Brandon Jackson setting such a pace that he is trapped. I think he's catching up to the 6th place runner of Trey Ellis. He's on his rear bumper. So 11 of Bill Harkins gets into the wall right in front of them. They have to take evasive action. Trey Ellis pulls down to the inside, lets Brandon Jackson, the leader, go by. I think he's just trying to figure out where Brandon Jackson's so much faster than they are right now.
Now Brandon Jackson setting his sights on the 19 car of Willie Evernham in 5th place.
He's about to put the 5th place runner a lap down as he gets to the inside of Willie Evernham. He's setting such a torrid pace. He's got that line right down there on the bottom that he's got to figure out. He gets by the 19 of Willie Evernham. Evernham looks low. He switched positions here, but Brandon Jackson holds him off. We have to keep an eye on when these guys are pitting here. Ultimately, if they need to make a pit stop, they would do it most likely at somewhere around the halfway point, which would be 62 or 63 laps into this race. So you should potentially see these guys come down pit road in the next 12 or 13 laps. Potentially earlier if the car is not feeling very well.
So far we've seen one driver make a pit stop, and that's the 11 car of Bill Harkins. Pitted a couple laps ago. He's now 5 laps down. You saw him get into the wall earlier, so it could have been something related to that. Had a little bit of damage that he had to come down and fix.
Yep, tonight he's running a Ford Mustang, which is kind of uncharacteristic. I think he wanted to pick a different car, wanted to run his typical Chevrolet that he runs, and run his typical military paint scheme, but tonight he's switched it to a Ford, and he's still getting used to Ford, as it seems it's not really working out exactly as they had planned.
So you see Brandon Jackson just barely behind Matt Crockett and Bill Harkins, looking to put them a couple more laps down now. Splitting the 2 lap cars there. As we go back through our field a little bit more, as Brandon Jackson just lapping everyone here in 2nd place. We got the 29 car of Robert Mathis. 11 seconds back from Brandon Jackson, your leader. And behind him, we got the 43 of Tyler Rowland, still holding strong in 3rd position. Right behind him, the 13 of Garrett Hall. You see the lapped car, the number 11 of Bill Harkins in between them. But this top 4 right here, your only cars on the lead lap. So when we go back a little bit further in 5th position, Trey Ellis, the 4 car, 1 lap down.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
We got Willie Evernham in the 19. He's also a lap down. 32 of Terry Condis going to be 2 laps down, as is Kevin Foster in the 8 right behind him. Only 1 car 3 laps down. That's going to be Matt Crockett in your 10.
I like when you talk.
Then 4 laps down is the 93 of Alan Castle. See Trey Ellis getting by him on the inside. Then 5 laps down, the 11 car of Bill Harkins. Brandon Jackson, though, still with a solid lead. Only 4 drivers now on the lead lap.
Looks like our best battle on the track is for the 3rd spot between Garrett Hall and the 43 of Tyler Rowland. Just saw the 13 get by Tyler Rowland here for the 3rd position. About 13.5 seconds behind the leader.
Riding on board here with the 43 of Roland. Let's look at a little bit of lap times. These lap times from Roland. His last lap, 16 seconds. And so you can see 43 of Tyler Roland is currently 14. Let's wait for it to update, but about 14 seconds behind your leader. So that shows how spread out these guys are from your leader, the 99 of Brandon Jackson.
Yep, they're actually right up there in front of Brandon Jackson, as he's on the same straightaway as these few cars in front of him, the 2, 3, and 4 spot.
If we go to the nose camera view of Brandon Jackson, there you can see Roland up in front of him, the 43 car who's in 4th position. Jackson's looking to put him a lap down as well.
All these guys are trying to stay on the lead lap here late. If they can catch a caution, they can stay on the same lap as Brandon Jackson and ultimately compete with him on the restart if we were to have a caution. See the differing lines as Tyler Roland's running way up the track. Brandon Jackson choosing to run the middle line, middle to low line. This time he goes a little bit higher, but generally running right through the middle. I think right here Tyler Roland's doing everything he can to hold him back. He gets into the wall out of 2. Just can't hold on for the time being.
So now Brandon Jackson has lapped all but 2nd and 3rd. So we have our radio
message that Brandon Jackson's coming down pit road.
Stand low, stand low.
As well as the 43 of Tyler Roland.
That was a little risky there, Tyler. I almost got you, buddy.
93 of Alan Castle on pit road as well.
13 putting the thumb bar.
As is the 8 of Kevin Foster, who's 2 laps down right now. See him in his box right there. See Garrett Hall in the pits. As 99 heads off. There goes the 43. Right now your leader, the 29 car of Robert Mathis. But he'll be coming down pit road here shortly.
We'll have to see where they all string out here as the 29 of Robert Mathis currently leads. Looks like he's coming down pit road for his pit stop.
He'll be coming down pit road and should relinquish the lead to the 99 car of Brandon Jackson. You also see the 19 car coming down pit road. Brandon Jackson, your new leader now. And you see the cars that haven't pitted. 6th place, the 32 of Terry Condis has not pitted. 8th place, the 10 of Matt Crockett hasn't pitted.
10 pitting in, 10 pitting in, 10 pitting in.
With that clean stop, it's allowed Brandon Jackson to even extend his lead over what it previously was. Find out exactly by how much. Looks like he'll be putting everybody a lap down from what the scoring is telling us.
Tyler, pick bottom.
So it looks like Brandon Jackson's the lonely person on lap 79 of this race.
You see our last car now coming into pit road.
Pitting out,
There's
watch road,
32 of
watch
Terry
road.
Condis pitting. After him, every driver has now pitted at least one time.
Yep. Closest battle on this track is for the number 2 spot, I believe. Tyler Rowland just actually got by the 13 of Garrett Hall.
Good. Let's see if we can go ahead and go into instant replay and go ahead and watch the pass. Well, there we go.
I believe the 13 of Garrett Hall is on older tires currently.
So right now everybody is fairly spread out. Lap 85 of 125. So I feel like this is a good time to bring up Mission for Nutrition. The sponsor of today's race. Mission for Nutrition is a non-profit organization in southeastern Pennsylvania which serves to provide nutritious foods and promote healthy living practices while also fostering unity in primarily minority communities by actively engaging community members in events that emphasize physical activity. So you can follow them on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook at M4N Nonprofit, or you can go to their website at m4nnonprofit.wixsite.com. So a big thank you to Mission for Nutrition and Sergeant Daniel Stein of the 28th Infantry Division for sponsoring these past couple of races.
Right in front.
And also thank you to all of our veteran stays. You see we got some trouble
Right.
on track. Not sure who that was. We saw one driver spinning but able to take control of it.
So yellow's out late in this race.
See, not exactly sure who that was.
I believe it was the 93 of Alan Castle, getting a little bit squirrely coming out of the turn.
Alright, let's see if we can head to an instant replay then and see what happened. The 93 now on pit road.
Watch the checkup, watch the checkup. Here's front.
See, he got into the wall just a little bit there. The 8 of Kevin Foster on his inside.
There it is. Gets a little bit squirrely. Noses into the wall.
And you see him now sitting on pit road here, lap 91, 92 now of 125.
This is allowing a lot of the drivers one lap down and farther back to make their final pit stop of the race, potentially. It's also allowing the 43 of Tyler Rowland to take the wave around, as he'll be on the same lap as Brandon Jackson here.
See Tyler Rowland, Kevin Foster, Trey Ellis, Bill Harkins, Garrett Hall, all on pit road. There's Matt Crockett as well. Terry Condis. You see Tyler Rowland heading off pit road. As Brandon Jackson still sitting up front here. Alright, so while we're sitting here under caution, I'm going to shout out to the Bandit Racing League on Facebook and BRL.iRacing on Instagram. If you're looking at joining this league,
you guys can go to Brandon.
those are the places to look. Also, Matt Crockett, he does a lot of work to make sure there's a lot of stuff on there and very enjoyable to watch, so you can go ahead and find all kinds of Bandit Racing League content on their Facebook and Instagram. So the lights are off on the pace car now. Waiting for the pace car to dive down onto pit road. You can see the only drivers on the lead lap right now are going to be Brandon Jackson and Tyler Rowland. Alright, pace car is off. Brandon Jackson leading the field to green, and a huge jump yet again for the 99 car.
Into racing room 2, please.
29 of Robert Mathis nestled in behind him in third, 1 lap down. We have to go a fairly good ways back to find your lead lap driver, the 43 of Tyler Rowland. There you see him on the outside of Garrett Hall, the 13 car, as he tries to work his way up through the field here. Everybody fairly single file right now. See the 4 of Trey Ellis looking to the inside of Garrett Hall.
As we watch here, we got the second place runner of Tyler Rowland having to pick his way through this field, potentially get up there with Brandon Jackson, maybe make a bid for the lead.
43 dives to the inside of the 19, Willie Evernham. Able to pass him cleanly, though.
Right now, Tyler Rowland and Brandon Jackson have 1 car in between the two. You got the third place runner of Robert Mathis right behind Jackson.
Robert Mathis doing a very good job to stay up near Jackson, even though he is 1 lap down. Also a very good job of the 43 of Tyler Rowland, able to get up here and catch Mathis and Jackson, the 2 running up front.
Yeah, looks like he's charging pretty hard right now. 43 of Tyler Rowland, he's getting closer to the back bumper of that 99. Not sure if Brandon Jackson took tires last time around or not. You have to check and see that.
So if we look, it has been 29 laps since Brandon Jackson last pitted. It's only been 11 laps since Rowland.
He is on older tires, as Tyler Rowland is capitalizing on this and using those new tires to his advantage. Allowing him to get right up on the back bumper of the 99 of Brandon Jackson. Brandon Jackson's going to have to do everything right here to hold back the 43 of Tyler Rowland. As he gets to the inside of Brandon Jackson, gets by him into the #1 position. Tyler Rowland takes the lead of this race.
Luckily for Brandon Jackson, though, he set such a blistering pace. As much as he falls back right now, it won't matter. He's going to stay in second position as everybody else is a lap down.
Saw that 99 of Brandon Jackson get a little bit squirrely out of turn #2. Allowed some of these cars to catch up to his back bumper. He's just trying to hold some of these guys off. They're not necessarily on the same lap as him.
Oh, Garrett Hall.
Spin.
Check up there, check up there.
Garrett Hall with some contact, and he's going to be around.
Caution.
Big wreck.
The yellow flag is going to be out. Let's go ahead and head to an instant replay and see what happened.
As we go back, it looks like some of these cars have run up on the back of Brandon Jackson as he was doing everything he could to maintain his pace on those old tires. Allowed the 13 as well as the 29 to get to his back bumper. 29 gets into his back bumper there, the 3. 13 gets to his inside. It's a little bit loose. No contact yet. But it looks like 13 of Garrett Hall gets a little bit high and gets into the side of Brandon Jackson and turns it around there on the front stretch.
We'll head back live. Really unlucky for both of them. Great days for both of them, but they should be able to continue on. Brandon Jackson sitting in 3rd position right now.
Certainly. We'll have to see if he can get that car's side damage repaired. There's potentially any other places that the car's damaged as he puts new tires on. We'll have to see if Tyler Rowland came down pit road or not.
See, it has been 1 lap since Brandon Jackson and Robert Mathis have both pitted, but Tyler Rowland did not pit this time down. Neither did Trey Ellis, Bill Harkins, Matt Crockett, or Alan Castle. Everyone else did.
We'll have to see how the scoring shakes out here between the top 3. Currently it's showing 43 of Tyler Rowland as your leader. 2nd place, 99 of Brandon Jackson. 3rd place, 29 of Robert Mathis. Now on the lead lap, got the lucky dog that time around. So that allows one more car to enter the fray as Robert Mathis has joined the two front runners.
Tell me to stay behind you.
And Robert Mathis was able to hold his own that last restart, so he'll definitely be a car to watch this time.
I believe they all have the short run pace. Brandon Jackson seems like he's really good on the long run, but we only have 11, 12 laps to go, so it's going to be a short run here to the finish, a real shootout. Not sure if the 43 of Tyler Rowland pitted that time around. I know the 99 definitely did.
Tyler Rowland did not, so Rowland will be starting on 22 lap old tires.
Yeah, so Brandon Jackson was at a disadvantage earlier, but now he is in the driver's seat here with fresh tires. To see how they restart.
As the lights are out on the pace car, Brandon Jackson definitely going to be the one to watch, but Tyler Rowland will be the one leading us to green here. Rowland choosing the outside line. With a big jump as we're back green here. Brandon Jackson able to nestle himself in 2nd position, but Rowland with a big jump and out front right now. Robert Mathis, your 3rd place car, stuck behind some of these lap cars. It's going to take him a little bit to get up front if he even wants to challenge some of these guys with now 10 laps to go.
Even on old tires, Tyler Rowland has jumped out to a little bit of a lead. We'll see if Brandon Jackson can close the gap here late. 9 laps to go.
It's all you, Robert.
Tyler Rowland has really been rolling the top side very well, especially early on in the run. It allows him to create quite a bit of momentum, but Brandon Jackson's closing the gap here to 3. See the 99 Brandon Jackson get to the inside of Tyler Rowland. Tyler Rowland using that momentum on the high side. Just trying to channel as much momentum as possible, hold off the 99 here. 2 separate lanes, 99 gets to the inside. Tyler Rowland.
Sorry, Garrett.
Nose is in front for the moment.
It's all good.
So Brandon Jackson takes the number 1 spot over here again. He's been leading most of this race. Takes back his first place running position. 5 laps to go.
So Brandon Jackson in first, Tyler Rowland in second. We have to go back a little bit to find Robert Mathis, who's sitting in third. So you see Tyler Rowland outside of lapped car Willie Evernham. Evernham 3 laps down.
So we got 2 laps. We got, I believe 2 laps to go here at the line. Actually, it's the final lap. Brandon Jackson makes his way down the backstretch. Laps happen really quick here. This comes out of 4. Your winner of the Bristol 125 here, Mission for Nutrition 125 at Bristol. It goes to Brandon Jackson, your winner here tonight.
Great job from him as we look at our finishing order here. Look at our results. Brandon Jackson, of course, your winner, followed by Tyler Rowland and Robert Mathis. All Fords out front. We got Trey Ellis, the 4 car, sitting in 4th place. 13 of Garrett Hall in 5th.
That's what I'm doing.
Followed by the 8 of Kevin Foster in 6th. The 19 of Willie Evernham in 2nd.
Congratulations.
We got the 11 of Bill Harkins, the 10 of Matt Crockett, and the 32 of Terry Condis in 10th. And the 93 of Alan Castle sitting in 11th place. A little bit of a smaller field today. You see Brandon Jackson, a little bit better burnouts here than he did at Indianapolis. He had a little bit of trouble there, but able to get some clean burnouts here. And in just 1 second, we'll see if we can talk to your top 3. All right, I don't believe Robert Mathis, your 3rd place finisher. I can't find him. Don't believe we'll be able to get to talk to him. But here we've got the number 43 car of Tyler Rowland finished in 2nd place. You got a copy?
10-4, I got you.
All right, well, a great run. Thought you were going to be able to edge out the 99, but you just weren't able to. Talk us through those last final laps before that last caution.
Yeah, really wasn't happy to see that caution. Yeah, we got a lap down, and I realized pretty quick it was going to be a fight for lucky dog if there ever was a caution. Got lucky, got that, and the next thing I know, I'm on the freshest tires on the lead lap, so thought I was going to be able to walk away with it, and Brandon lucked out, but it was a good race. It's fun.
Yeah, what was kind of going through your mind there? You were on the freshest tires, you got to the back of Brandon Jackson, and then you got around him. And we had all those cautions there late. What was kind of going through your head through the whole sequence?
So on the run when I got ahead of Brandon, I kept telling myself to save tires in case there was a caution. No, but yeah, I was pretty much just regretting not saving more tire. But
all right, anybody you want to thank here tonight?
Just thank you guys and Bill, Matt, and everybody putting this on.
All right, that's your 2nd place runner here at Bristol. the number 43 of Tyler Rowland.
All right, and then finishing in first, second race in a row, the number 99 car of Brandon Jackson. You got a copy?
Hey, boys.
Something special with Brandon Jackson tonight. We actually have a camera of him, so we're actually able to see you as well as hear you. But talk us through those last couple of laps before that last caution. It looked like Tyler Rowland was going to be able to get you, even though you dominated the first of the race. Just talk us through the end of that.
Yeah, when that caution came out, I was really struggling whether I wanted to take 2 tires or 4 or any at all. And I figured I was like, yeah, Tyler's going to be the lucky dog. He's going to be in the back of the restart. By the time he gets up to me, the tires should be scuffed up enough. But obviously that wasn't. And I got caught up with Garrett, and chaos broke loose on the front straightaway when the last caution came out. But on that restart, man, Tyler drove away. He had a really good launch on the start. I was able to haul him in with fresher tires, and he made me work for it, getting around him. But I do appreciate the clean, hard racing between me and him, and it was pretty rough one at the end, man. Pretty really roller coaster of events happened within the last 25 laps.
Yeah. Ultimately, we saw your heart probably go up, then go back down, then up, then back down. We saw 2 cautions and late in the race. What was kind of going through your head there when you did have the freshest tires there on the last restart?
Going through my head was use them because I got them. I was not gonna. It took me a couple laps to finally get the tires in underneath me, but once I got heat in the tires, I was able to haul and just reel Brett in and able to get under. I'm sorry, and Tyler. And yeah, once I got to him, once I got to his left rear, pretty much knew I had him because all night I've been able to roll the middle to the bottom of the track all night pretty good. So once I got there, I knew it was pretty much locked up.
Well, I've seen you run here many a times, and I've seen that you've run this track very well. You're very comfortable at this track, and tonight he's your winner, the winner of the Mission for Nutrition 125 Bristol. That's your winner, Brandon Jackson.
Appreciate it, boys. Y'all have a good one.
Evan and Brett, Bill Harkins here.
Hey, how are you doing? Bill Harkins.
I'm doing good. Go ahead and stay in the broadcast here. We're working on getting Robert back. His PC forced an update.
All right.
So we'll give him a second or two and see if he gets back here.
All right, while you're here, Bill Harkins, anything you want to say about tonight's race or about the league in general, maybe about next season coming up?
Well, we have a lot going on for next season. We have you back as our broadcaster, and we have secured a new commentator for next season, which I'm very excited about. So we've got some definite things coming up. We'll be running the Xfinity car next season. Our season kicks off July 27th at Daytona. And it's going to be quite a unique season. We've got some street courses. We've got some road courses. We've got some short tracks, some 1.5 miles, and some super speedways. So I think we've got it pretty well covered. And, we're going to be live. So that's going to be exciting. I look really forward to it.
You'll definitely be
As far as...
Go ahead.
Nope, as far as tonight goes, typical Bill Harkins race there. Got behind, and I came down pit road, and I thought, you're probably not going to do any better than 10th tonight anyway, so just get the 25 seconds of optional repairs done. So I did that, and then I went back out and started clicking those laps back off on everybody and thought, this might have actually worked out pretty good for me because my strategy was at 95 to come in and get my next set of tires, and if we ran green all the way, I'd probably get most of those laps back from those guys. Of course, not Brandon and, Tyler or Robert, but I'd at least get, maybe back on a lap with, third on or fourth on back. And then the caution came out and ruined that, so, yeah, it's Bristol. It's Bill Harkins.
Yeah, ultimately we had a race of very few cautions, actually. We only had, I believe, 2 here tonight. But ultimately we have the season the next season, we have a season that kind of emulates what we're seeing out of the Cup Series, a mixture of very different tracks. We're seeing road courses, street courses, many different tracks that we normally don't see on the circuit. But just kind of go through what this whole series has been like as far as developing it from the ground up.
Well, we started 2018. Good friend of mine, Zach, and I started this. And then, you know, a lot of the guys that are in here, Terry and Kevin and Tyler, were all original drivers from that first season. And we've had a couple name changes just to switch things up a little bit here and there. But this year we decided to use the Bandit Reloaded as a way to bring the Bandit Racing League name back again. So Reloaded was getting us back to Bandit Racing League. And then I went ahead and made the move over to Bandit Racing League now so we could get a head start on everything for next year, because we have 4 weeks of recruitment coming up at the end of this season. And we take drivers C1.0 and higher. There is a $15 league fee that helps pay for the broadcasts and stuff like that. But it's a lot of work from everybody. All the admins that are involved, you know, Brett, the work you put in, Evan, the work that you put in, you know, it's a daily part-time job, I guess you might say. But it's a blast. I love doing it. I do it for the love.
Certainly, as we're trying to potentially get Robert Mathis in here, we're just trying to fill some time here. We'll see if we can actually get him.
Let me pop
in
back
here.
up in the other room here real quick, and Garrett's going to give me an update on where he is, and I'll come back and talk to you guys. Evan, can you run that one video that we had talked about real quick while we have a little bit of time here?
Yes, sir. Will do.
Okay, thank you. Be right back.
Just a quick little video there of our American flag as we still wait just a little bit longer.
Yeah, we're going to give Robert every opportunity we can to get him his, you know, live interview, as long as Evan's willing to hang out here. You know, Brett, you had asked me, you know, what it really takes to do this, and I guess I was kind of short on what I said there. I really need to give a huge shout out to Matt Crockett. Matt Crockett has stepped up 10 times the amount that I was even wanting him to keep our social media stuff up there. And that video was actually a link that Matt had sent me. Actually put it on our Discord, showing everybody that, you know, that's something that he supports in his town there, or in his state of Utah. So wanted to get that on the broadcast for him and show him that we really appreciate that. But, you know, he's been a he's been a godsend to me for this league, because it takes so much to keep this stuff out in social media. So make sure we give him a special shout out too, and his wife, because she keeps him in line also.
You can see on screen on Facebook at Bandit Racing League and on Instagram at brrl.iracing. If you're not following those already, you definitely should. You post a lot of stuff on there.
So while we do have a little bit of dead air, Brett, you know, what do you want to do next year? You know, we have a commentator. I still don't have a race director. You know, I can use you in that race director role. But do you want to go back to racing again? Or do you want to race direct?
Ultimately, I might. I'm trying to figure out my racing sim setup here. Potentially want to do some sort of upgrades to, you know, basically just make the racing experience a little bit better. Right now, the steering wheel and pedals that I do have are not quite working out as well as I would have hoped. They don't really feel exactly the way I feel like they need to for me to do very well. But ultimately, next season I'd be very open to either race directing again or potentially getting back into it with you guys as far as from behind the wheel. But
I figure you being a former racer, that the blood for driving has got to be back in you at this point of having to sit and watch everybody.
yeah, it's actually not been too bad. Me commentating pretty much every week has actually kind of fulfilled quite a role. I've kind of been heading into here every week, just kind of expecting, still actually getting a lot of the fun out of it that I had imagined, even about the same as when I was driving. So
I just want to
definitely quite a task when I'm race directing and broadcasting at the same time as well.
just want to go ahead and point out, though, even though your system may not be quite what you'd like, today you qualified up in 4th position. Every single day you seem to qualify fairly high, so some of these guys may have to look out if you do get a good system that you like and feel good in.
Yeah, I just got to get these pedals going a little bit better. Ultimately, I think I could do okay.
He's one of them drivers that are fast but dangerous. He's dangerously fast.
Yeah, it takes me a little bit. Takes me a little bit sometimes to find my line, but once I figure it out, I can do okay.
All right, Evan, we'll give him exactly 2 minutes from this point, and we'll just have to call it at that point. Apparently he's having a little more problem getting himself started back up. But exciting news for next year with the way everything's set up right now. Disappointed in tonight's turnout, but, what can we do? Ricky had sent me a message during the race and said he got held over at work tonight and did not realize it was Wednesday night. Nick, our number 2 guy, he had a job that he had to take in Vegas, quote, unquote, job. No, he really had a job in Vegas that he had to do. So he wasn't able to make it tonight.
Yep, so obviously we're dealing with this being a racing simulation, and obviously other people have jobs outside of this. Obviously there is life that is happening, so obviously the top 2 guys in our point standings had to miss this one, ultimately take a provisional, I believe.
Yeah, unfortunately. A couple other guys messaged me too. We got one guy who races off of Hotspot. We call him Hotspot. And unfortunately, his hotspot wasn't so hot tonight, so he couldn't connect in. And, it's unfortunate, but I hope it still provided a decent race. One thing about this league, every year that we've had this league, we've really run a lot of clean races, caution-free races. We've had some, bad shows. Who doesn't have a bad show? NASCAR puts on a bad show.
Certainly this season I've noticed that a lot of these races have really gone caution-free, especially here in the middle of the schedule. I think I remember maybe 2 or 3 of them in a row almost going caution-free. We've had, I believe, Darlington was caution-free from what I remember, as well as a couple other ones that don't normally go caution-free. So it's been quite a year as far as the driving goes. So still.
All right, Evan, the word is that he still has not gotten back up tonight, so maybe next week, maybe you can hit him during qualifying, come in a few minutes early, see if he wants to talk about his race at Bristol there real quick at the end there, and we'll get him some coverage.
Yeah, next week we'll see if we can get him in before the race. So if everyone wants to be ready for that, we'll be back same place on Facebook and YouTube at Evan Wall Media. Same time next week we'll be at Talladega. So join us then. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to you, Brett, and to you, Bill, for coming in here. And just thank you all for watching as well. And a big shout out to all of our veterans today.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.